Okay, guys, we're here at Belly High Pier, about to take the ferry across to Colan Island. It's 30 baht per person, so as I say, about 75-80p per person, and we'll take it. It's really busy. The last time I was here, it wasn't quite as busy as it is today, so hopefully the ferry's not full, because this is the last one for another 2 hours, so we better get going that way. Enjoy the ride today, another experience. It's very warm here. There's no protection at all from the old sunshine. You can also get speedboats from here if you wish, which gets to the islands much faster. However, it's obviously a lot more expensive. And to be honest with you, this slow ferry, 40-45 minutes, something like this, it's a really pleasant experience. It's just a nice little saunter over to the islands. The last time I did this journey, I walked up with another couple of friends, and I'm telling you, there was hardly anybody else on here. Maybe 5 or 10 people maximum. The place has turned around unbelievably in the last 8 months. I think I can see the ferry up the head on the right. I'm not sure where the camera's pointing at the moment, so I'm just doing walking commentary. Looks like it's going to be a full journey. Hopefully we get on. So the returning ferry does go at 6 o'clock. I thought it was 5. Okay, we're now on the ferry. We've got some footage. We should be about 40 to 45 minutes trip. I'm not sure what the time is actually at the moment, so I'll just check that. Okay, so we should go in about 10 minutes. It's 10 to 12 now. Then we'll have about 4 hours approximately on Colan Island, which we will try and... In fact, we need to look on the way. I'll have a look at some places we can see. I'm going to hire a motorbike out there, tell you a little bit about how much that costs. Take a bit of a run around, try and find a couple of the decent beaches to show you. I think there's 2 that are pretty well known. We're going to go up as high as we can as well. There's something up the top as well of the island. So we've got a busy day ahead making content. So hope you guys enjoy what we're going to do. On the way we'll take some footage of the trip across, a few bits and bobs, but I probably won't speak again until we get there. Okay, we've now arrived in Koh Larn. The trip took just 35 minutes. I thought it was a bit longer. I thought it was 40 to 45, but this was nice and quick. 35 minutes and we're here. Looks gorgeous as usual. We're going to now investigate, if you like, we're going to investigate the island and show you a little bit more of what this island has to offer. In a moment, we're going to turn around and show you some buildings just over here that, as far as I remember, these are all illegal. They've been built illegally because they're encroaching into the sea. And yeah, it's quite interesting. They've just put them up, which is pretty cool. So we'll show you that in a sec. to summarize the day out to Koh Larn, I'll give you some breakdown of some of the costs that we incurred. I'll start from the hotel, where we paid 120 baht to go from the hotel to the Bali High Pier in Pattaya. We then spent 30 baht per person. That's to catch the ferry across. It's a 35-minute trip, as it was in our case. Great little experience. It's really nice and chilled. You just bounce along in the water. Very cool. Once we arrived, we then had to organize motorbike hire. So motorbike hire for us for the day was 250 baht. We hired a Honda Click 125, so it was perfectly adequate. There are some pretty steep hills, but it wasn't bad at all. Generally speaking, motorbike hire on the island will range between 250 and 500 baht, depending on what size of motorbike that you need. What you will need is ID, probably a passport if you're a foreigner, and it's likely you will need to put down a deposit. We didn't have that problem because Snow took the bike hire in her name, so she had a Thai ID, and that made it a lot easier for us. So we just had to put 250 baht down. 250 baht for the hire. It did come with a full tank of fuel, which was pretty cool, and we didn't have to refill on our return. We then stopped for lunch in a local restaurant. My advice on this is don't go to eat in the town centre, in the centre around the pier, because you will pay a lot more. But we went a little bit out of town and we found a nice local Thai restaurant. We had 2 kapau, which is a minced pork with rice and an egg. We had a bottle of Fanta and 2 bottles of water, and that came to a total of 200 baht. We then proceeded around the island, and honestly, we didn't have a great deal more to drink because we were, whizzing around on the bike and getting content to put down for you guys. But we did stop at one coffee shop and had an iced latte as it was, and they were 70 baht per coffee, so that's 140 baht. Coming back is pretty much the same as going out, and that was 60 baht for the ferry and 120 baht for a taxi. So all in all, I'll total those up. I can't do them in my head this minute, but I will total those up. I think all in all, it's an absolutely reasonable spend for a day out for 2 people, including your transport and bite to eat and refreshments. So I think it's a good price. The last thing I'll say is about the ferries. The ferries start at 6 a.m. It depends whether you're coming from Colan to Pattaya or Pattaya to Kolan, but one of the sides, I can't remember which one, starts at 6 a.m. The other side starts at 7 a.m. It closes. We took the second last ferry at 5 o'clock, but you can catch another ferry at 6 o'clock from Colan to Pattaya, so you're not stranded beyond that time. Before that time. Beyond that time, however, you are. So you're either going to have to become a beach camper or find yourself accommodation, as there are no more ferries. There may be a slight outside chance that you could grab a speedboat later on. In terms of prices for speedboats, they are 150 baht per person. So as I say, I'm basing this on 2 people. That's 300 baht each way, which isn't excessively expensive, but I don't personally see the point when I quite like the ferry. It's nice and chilled out, and it's a pleasant experience. It's about enjoying the whole thing. A speedboat gets you there fast, but maybe you're missing some of the lovely surroundings that you pass on the ferry, which is a little bit more sedate, shall we say. If you have any comments or questions that you'd like to ask us, please just stick them down in the section below. And let us see, let's know what you're thinking. Or is the content what you're looking for? Is it not? Do you have other ideas? Anything? We're quite happy to take on board whatever you have. As you can see, what we have done is essentially tried a bit of everything, and we continue. So last thing to say, everybody, is thank you for the support so far. Please do share these videos, because we're trying desperately to grow the channel. Share, like, subscribe, especially the subscribe part. We need as much support as we can get from you guys, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video.